I'm a bit nervous, yeah.
Really? Cath, take one.
Hi, my name's Cath, and I'm a big believer in your perception, your perspective defines your reality. So I practice a lot of positivity and seeking joy in the small things in my day to day.
What small things bring you joy, Cath?
Music, playing tennis. Those are two of my biggest passions. And my friends, also passionate people, and the joy of celebrating togetherness and being surrounded by life's beauty and just sharing, the depths of emotion and, all of the above, really.
So when you talk about music, do you play music or is it just music? Do you get up in the morning and is music on, or is music quite an integral part in your life?
Yeah, so I'm also an artist. I'm a professional DJ too. So it's been a big part of my life in the last 3-4 years. I absolutely love that creative flow. There's something about that energetic exchange between me and people on the dance floor, and the core of music being the soul. So it's a really, really big space for me to communicate and share love and love and light. Did I say love twice? But that's cool.
So has there ever been a time where you've had to play a gig where you haven't felt like on? And like, how do you switch that on? Can you just turn it on, or do you have to like build it up to get there?
Yeah, totally. There's been a couple of those teething gigs for sure, but it's part of the process, But yeah, totally. You got to find that inner flame somewhere to turn it on, and you show up. Like the minute I step behind stage, that's when, it all comes into its power and play. And I just channel this character called Miss P, and she has a good time always. Doing something you love is really important to me. And
So is Miss P like an alter ego, or is she like a magnification of Cath?
Totally, yeah. She's a whole diva in her own, and she's only getting bigger and stronger and wiser. And yeah, she's got big dreams, yeah.
Can you share some of the dreams?
Totally. I would love to play at festivals in Europe, clubs in Europe. I would love to do an overseas stint in the foreseeable future. There's big ideas, and it's just a matter of taking that first action step to getting there, So yeah, that's always the hardest part. But believing...
Why would you say it's the hardest?
Because I'm a perfectionist at default. You think of the bigger picture, and then you want it to be so perfect that you almost get, quite shy to take that first step to get there, because you're so scared of it not being perfect or smaller than the idea that you have. But it's always going to be bigger than what you had before. So I guess it's just a matter of doing it and not waiting for the right moment, because I often, think about having an environment that's perfectly set in order to, you know, do the to-do list or do the music prep or go digging for records in a record store, like the perfect Saturday morning, for example. But, you know, perfect doesn't exist in a world that's very much focused on being perfect all the time or showing up like that. So where am I going with this?
Can you think of a time where you sort of took a risk and jumped when it wasn't perfect and it worked out better than you had expected?
Literally this time last year. Yeah, April.
Yes.
Yeah. I quit my full-time job and I told everybody I had a backup plan. There was no backup plan. The backup plan was to go full mode and commitment into music, and then the rest followed, and it's blown my socks off. It's blown Miss P's socks off. So yeah.
And what would 5-year-old Cath think of this version of Cath?
She would honestly be head in the speakers with me today. She would be so stoked, honestly. She would probably just want to hold my hand for the rest of time and just follow me through this incredible passion that's been there since day one.
So if you could close your eyes now and click your fingers and you could be... You open your eyes and you'd be sitting next to 5-year-old Cath on the playground. What would you say to her? If you could say 5 words. You just had like 30 seconds that you could say 5 words and then you'd be gone. What would you say to her?
I would say to her, don't stop. Don't stop. Yeah, it's actually quite emotional.
I'm sure she'd be super proud.
It's really special. Yeah, don't stop. Don't stop, kid. There's such an importance of tapping into your grassroots. And that's what I'm doing at the moment. You know, that's what music feels like inside my soul. It's such a beautiful foundation there. And it really just, there's just so much power when you do something you love and tapping into that childlike sense. Even at 27, yeah, it's really powerful. And I'm very grateful that I'm able to have that ability to tap into my younger self so constantly. And I think that's why I'm able to do what I do. Yeah.
Perfect.